Right. Alrighty. Oh, wait. Okay. Now we should be good to go. Yo, Dead Cell, FFMED coming with the follows. Appreciate that. What up, Crystal? How we doing? Welcome into the stream. Just got all everything live everywhere. So we are rocking and rolling. It's gonna be a pretty sweet build today. Probably the last ever RTX 4080 Super PC I'll build. Unless these like come down crazy in price, you know, at some point when 50 series comes out, I don't think we're gonna be building any more of these because they're not really making them anymore already. So I'll be very surprised if we get any more. Yo, Beto, Super Crazy, Leonard, thank you guys for coming into the stream. Appreciate that. Yeah, today we've got a pretty awesome build. We've got a Ryzen 7 9700X, got a 4080 Super, 2 terabytes of storage, 32 gigs of RAM. We've got this Asus TUF motherboard, nice Teamgroup AIO, and then we've got some AX120 Montech fans to go with our Montech case. So we're gonna replace the fans that come with this Teamgroup AIO so that we'll have matching fans all around on the case. It's gonna be pretty sweet. The budget is down. What up, Fell Wolf? How we doing? What do you mean the budget is down? Oh, I'm gonna text the Stony was really excited. This is her build. So I'll make sure she knows. Aleem, what's up? What up, Joe? I'm gonna take a quick picture and we'll post it on the Twitter. There we go. Yo, what up? Welcome in from Iran. How we doing? If you check in Iran, always the GPUs are expensive. We'll call that high budget. Ah, gotcha. Got two different people in here from Iran. You're in the horizontal chat, and there's someone in the vertical tube chat. Caesar, I don't speak well enough Spanish. Something about tell them something. I know dice is like tell or talk. I don't know what URGE stands for. Sorry. Michael, thank you for coming in on the stream. Appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, so that's the build. We got a 9700X, 4080 Super, got Got some other good stuff here. 1,000-watt power supply, 2 terabytes of storage. I think we're ready. Are we ready to start this build? Are we ready to get to it? Any questions before we get started? Anybody have any questions in a language that I can read, perchance? All right, I think it's time. I think it's time we get started. What up, Lucas? Welcome in. All right, we're building an awesome PC today. It's gonna look incredible too. That Montech King 95 case is freaking sweet. Okay, take that over to the side. We'll get some other stuff out of here. Shouldn't need any of this. What's everybody up to today? Happy Friday. Oh, also, I mean, you should probably do this, right? Turn the lights on behind me. I'm a little thirsty. Get some water. No, my water bottle's empty. Hold on. Go fill up my water bottle. All right. Now I've got water. There we go. Now I'm ready to work. All right, let's get our motherboard out here.
Let's GP.
Yo, what up, Fadeaway? How we doing? Okay, let's get all these stickers off. There's gonna be one on here too. Get that one off. This one's always such a pain to get off too. Come in. I know you guys always put one on here. But it's so hard to get off, I might just have to leave it. Can't even get it to like start coming up. All right, well, it'll stay there. Am I good at building PCs? Well, this is my 240th computer. So yeah, I'd say I'm pretty good. Been asleep all day. Oh no. Well, hopefully you are starting to feel better after getting some rest. What up, Derek? How we doing? Yeah, this is PC build number 240, so I'd hope so. Type in ! specs, Dragon. That'll give you all of the specs in this system. Key points are a 9700X and an RTX 4080 Super. All right, there we go, 9700X in. Let's get our SSD in here. Just woke up from a nap, been lazy all day. Hey, that sounds pretty nice. I've been working all day, but now I get to do this. Now I get to do this. All right, 2 terabyte SSD from Teamgroup. What up, Richard?
What up, Ted?
Beware, Sunny, James Pack, all coming in. Buzz, what's up? You guys for coming into the stream. We're just building a sexy PC today. Like a real nice one, too. It's gonna probably be my last ever 4080 build. What up, Stony? Welcome in. Yeah. We're building. Should I upgrade to a 5070 from a 4070 Super? I mean, honestly, like a 4070 Super is still a really great GPU. If you're still happy with the performance, I don't think there's really a good reason to upgrade, you know? Yo, Goofy, El Boogie, coming in with on the stream. Appreciate that. Like, I wouldn't upgrade from that just for the, you know, FOMO of having a 50 series, you know? Love the music. Appreciate that. Try to have a little, like, you know, background ambiance. About to be building me another one soon. Let's go. Yo, what up, Scout? So I don't think Botrix is working over there. So this has a 9700X. We've got a 2 terabyte SSD, this Asus TUF X870 board, 32 gigs of RAM. We've got a 4080 Super, 360 millimeter AIO, 1000 watt power supply, and then the Montech King 95. Maybe Richard, if you can go and post that in the vertical or the horizontal stream on the tubes, that would be splendid. PC gets dusty pretty fast, even though I try and clean it every week. Well, keep it off the ground. If you have pets and stuff or like hardwood floors, I would consider getting like an air filter system, like an air purifier or something like that to help get rid of dust. Make sure the room and everything is clean. Change your furnace filter. Anything like that to help keep the air coming into your PC clean will help. The other one, Richard, sorry. It's working in that chat. There we go, there's our RAM. Let's get our CPU cooler out here so I can install the standoffs for that. $1660 Super to a 4060. That's not bad. I would probably save up a little extra and go with a 4060 Ti or get an Intel Arc B580. Yo, what up, Ghost? How we doing? Wife is a bit upset with me obsessing over PC parts again to help my buddy. Hey, well, at least she should be happy at least that you're not, you know, trying to spend money on your own, right? It's for his system, not yours. Perfect, thanks, Richard. Yeah, like at least you're not spending money on a new system. You're just helping out a friend. Sounds familiar, although it doesn't. Don't know what I do until it shows up. Sadly, I keep the PC under the desk. Got a high Y70 case. Yeah, and definitely don't put it directly on the ground either. Like, build yourself a little stand or something so that it, you know, is a few inches off the ground. That'll help too. I did that with my systems, like literally just some plywood and some 2x4s or whatever. Oh yeah. Yeah, Richard, you're gonna have a different conversation, I think. Let me double check. AM5 like that. My wife. No, I am, because now I want to build a 9800X 3D5090. Oh, jeez. I mean, you already have a better computer than most people. I don't think you need to upgrade that. Yo, thank you for the subs, Dragon, Goth Boy, appreciate that. All these people coming into the TikTok chat, Boats and Hoes, MacBite, Dylan, Fred, Levin, Corbin, the Hoff. Appreciate y'all jumping in. All right, there we go. Got all of our standoffs for our CPU cooler in there now. We can move that off to the side. We'll get our giant case out here. Why Nvidia 48 Super? A lot of people just don't like AMD GPUs, and I totally get it. That's, you know, it's everyone. That's their prerogative. I had a 7900 XTX for quite a while, and I liked it. So, you know, I'm a fan of AMD. This is the Montech King 95 Pro. Comes with all of these RGB fans pre-installed. I think we're gonna have to flip these two fans so that we get 5 intakes and we'll have 4 exhaust. Especially with the Y70, since there are intake fans on the bottom. Yeah, exactly. You'll be pulling stuff straight up from the ground. What up, Sir Rat? How we doing? Oh, are these reverse fans? Maybe these are reverse fans, because these ones are pointed the same way too. I wonder if they put some reverse fans in here for us. Do they have a label on them? Yep, these both say reverse. Sick! Good work, Montech. Good work. So that means these are probably reverse fans too. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna put this down. Okay. And we've got a giant box that came with the case for all the accessories. This thing is really large. Oh, you can replace the front with a mesh. That's pretty cool. Kind of like that Lee & Lee 011 Compact.
That's the case I built mine in.
Right. This is
Love
really
it.
all I need. So we're not swapping out. We're not swapping out the front panel. We're keeping it glass AIO screws. Okay. Shouldn't need any of that. We want glass on the front. Should be real purdy like that. All right. This is very tall. You have an 11700K 4070, 32 gigs of 3200. Is it worth upgrading my CPU, motherboard, RAM? Yes. If you upgraded, well, even if you just upgraded, oh no, that's 11700K? Yeah, definitely. You can definitely get a lot more performance out of that system by getting a newer CPU with DDR5 RAM. 100%. Sorry, I read that as a 14700K in my mind for a second. All right. Oh, dude, these are even labeled? Montech, you have outdone yourselves. Excuse me. Definitely gonna want these later. Okay. Shouldn't need this anymore, at least not for a while. Well, we might put the extra motherboard ones in there for later. All right. What got you into making gaming PCs or PCs in general? I just really enjoyed doing it. Like I built my first gaming PC, and then I built like a couple more to kind of recoup the cost of upgrading mine. And I just really enjoyed it. So I decided, I was like, how can I make this into a business, you know? What up, Nate? Love your builds and appreciate how you answer everybody. You're a great content creator. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Have I built in the Lian Li Landcool 207? Not yet, but Panda Skills just bought a PC, and we are going to be building that in the 207. So I'll get to take a look at that real soon here, like in the next week or so. What does that mean? What do you mean, Stony? What are we talking about? What are we talking about, Stony? Yeah, building PC live, that's right. 4060 Ti, good with the 13900K. I mean, the 13900K will definitely be bottlenecked by the 4060 Ti. Like it could handle a much beefier GPU, but you know, they'll still work. It was so long ago, something about fans. So when I first was looking at this, I thought I was gonna have to flip these fans around and maybe even the bottom ones. But Montech provided reverse blade fans. So even though typically, if you're looking at it in this orientation, this fan would be an exhaust fan pushing air like out the back of the case. But these are reverse fan blades, so they're pulling air in. So we've got 5 intakes pre-installed, 1 exhaust here, and then we'll have 3 exhaust fans on the CPU cooler. So we'll be pretty well balanced, and they all look pretty. You can run modern games with a 4060. Yeah, it's not bad. But I would just say, like, if you're getting a 13900K or have a 13900K, you know, you could get a much better GPU and get a lot more out of your system. But, you know, it'll still work fine. It's a lot of money to spend on a CPU to get a, you know, a mid to lower tier GPU. I know, that's really awesome. I mean, this is not an overly expensive case. Like it is like somewhat expensive, but if you think about how this is like 150 bucks, which is like the same price as like an O11 Dynamic, and the O11 Dynamic doesn't come with any case fans, whereas this came with 6 case fans. No, it's not overkill for this system. This is a pretty high-end system, so like the 4080 needs lots of fresh air. Oh, I think I need my other screwdriver. This one's too thick. Gotta get my iFixit driver out. Fit it through that little hole. All right, it's tight. Okay. Did I make sure these are all nice and tight? I did. Okay, cool. Here's all these extra motherboard bolts that we don't need. We're gonna put them back in this little case. In their labeled section. Now I don't need this anymore. Okay, so motherboard's in. All these fans are in. Awesome. Shouldn't need this. Let's so heavy. This is gonna be a heavy PC, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Oh yeah, the front glass is hard to keep clean. I mean, glass in general is hard to keep looking really clean just because of dust, but that's okay. That's okay. 7600 is, yeah, that's good for a 4060. I would say if you're gonna spend, like, get a good CPU like that, get an Arc B580 instead of the 4060. That way you can play at 1440p. Okay, let's switch to these and these. Nope, not that one. That one. There we go. Okay, this stuff's all plugged in. Let's get this guy out of here. I don't know what those little labels mean. There's little arrows on here. I don't know what they mean. Oh. I guess I can put these back. That's what the arrows mean. It means it swings open. Okay. Okay, there we go. Swing that open out of our way. Now we've got a bunch of cables in here to plug. Wow, this case comes with 2 SATA connectors. Sheesh. Things drawing some power, I guess. They already have the 4060. Oh, I get you. It's been a while since I used Nvidia. You're rocking the 6700 XT. That's a nice little GPU with 4 cooling fans in your system. Yeah, 6700 XT doesn't pull near, it probably pulls less than half the amount of power that the 4080 does. Plus, you don't want a big case, like a big fancy case and a nice high-end build and have just like a bunch of spots where you could have fans and not actually having fans, you know? It just doesn't look good. We're not all about aesthetics around here, but like, aesthetics are important. Get my water bottle out of the way. I need to move this over here. Okay. All right. Let's get our HD audio connected here. Down at the bottom left. Left, 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 right, left. Okay, got that. All right, what else do we got in here? We got 2 USB 3.0s. Oh no, sorry, one's a USB-C. I was like, what? 2 USB 3.0s, what? What are we doing? All right, USB 3.0 right up here. Like that. USB-C is going to be right next to it. Poke that one through. Okay, that right there. Okay, we've got front panel. I love that fans or like cases have started doing this in the last couple years, making their entire front panel a single connector instead of all the individual ones. That is kind of the mark of like a nicer case these days, is when they put it into one. Let me just read up chat. It's way easier to take the support bracket out of the top and mount it to the AIO than put the rad in though. Yeah, that makes sense. It does look like it comes out pretty easily. Few bolts. Got the RTX 4090 and 4900K, 128 gigs of RAM. Dang, that'll do the work. What kind of PlayStation is that? Get out of here. K and KF are almost the same, but K is more powerful. Yeah, they're not really much different. I don't even remember if the clock speeds are actually different between K and KF, because KF just means you don't have onboard graphics. The F, at least. Yeah, HX is laptops. Double tap like stream. Yes. Nice build. What GPU is going to have a 4080 Super from PNY. Not using the 14700 HX, but my sister uses it. She likes it. 13700 HX. This is a brand new PC, John, not an upgrade. This is a new customer PC build. Okay, what do we got here? This looks like we've got, okay, so we've got a fan hub here for all of the case fans. And this is our signal for the case fans so they know what speed to be at. I get these SATA connectors just kind of out of the way here for a second. Put it through right here. Yep, we got one right there. Okay, here's that. Then we've got an RGB, same sort of thing. This nice, got this nice hub here that has all of the PWM control and RGB control here. So we just have one connection to the motherboard without doing a bunch of daisy chaining. Very nice. Montech really thought this through, I'm not gonna lie. They knew what they were doing. There we go, RGB's in. Yo, Davey, thank you for all those likes on the stream. Appreciate that. Victus laptop. Yeah, I don't know what the Victus is. This is the 4080 Super. Yeah, she just wanted it sooner. She wanted to get it. Yeah, exactly. She wants to be able to upgrade it when she can get a 5080, but she wanted it now. It's my money and I need it now. It's your CPU. This is a great case, right, Matches? How you doing? What's a good build under $1,500? Under $1,500, probably looking at like a 4060 Ti or something similar with a, well, I should probably put these in my little box here before I lose them. I'm just spitballing here. I feel like you could go higher than a 4060 Ti, like maybe a 4070 Super, and then like a Ryzen 5 7600X or 9600X is probably a good spot, and then you have all your other good stuff in there. Yeah, honestly, like I've built in some of their like more affordable cases before. This is the first time building in like what I would consider more of like a higher end case from Montech. Like their budget friendly cases, like their really budget friendly cases are awesome. Like I built in the Montech XR not too long ago, and I was like, wow, this is really nice for like 80 bucks or 65 bucks maybe. Maybe that's what it was. But for being like a higher end case from them, this thing is really cool. Really cool. Okay. Just cleaning up a couple of these cables up front so that they don't look so wild and crazy. Okay. That stuff's all plugged in. This thing keeps hitting my water bottle. Put it over here. Okay. Only thing left that's not connected so far are these SATA power cables, but we're not gonna be able to plug those in for a minute. So let's just do a little cable management here, just to kind of make sure we know where everything is gonna go, how it's gonna look. Okay, so that's pretty much how this is going to look in here. Can tighten a few things up as needed, but I think that's pretty much how that's gonna look for now. Okay. Oh, it's just rubbing up against those cables, that's fine. Okay, so all that stuff's in here. Let's get our CPU power cables in at least before I get my CPU cooler in. That way they're just not running into each other, you know? Now I'm thinking about upgrading, but I'm scared from scammers and scalpers. I mean, Newegg, Central Computers if you're in the U.S., Amazon, maybe not Amazon, but I would look through PC Part Picker to find the best prices for stuff. That's usually what I do. What up, Jay? How we doing? White color cases look better. It's all up to the person. I do like white PC builds. I just built a pretty nice little budget PC in a white case and stuff, and I think it looks really good, but you know, different people like different things. All right, there's all of our cables. I'm not putting the power supply in just yet. Let's get, okay. Let's get the cables out that we need. This thing is just like one giant bundle. What are the specs? Type in exclamation point specs, Jtan.
Newegg does have that X3D packages.
Computer uses like 500 watts, so I'll get a 750 or 850. White shows dust so bad. Yeah, Newegg does have those 9800X 3D packages. Those are really nice. All right, there's our motherboard, GPU power. There's SATA. There's CPU. We don't need that. Realistically, we only need one CPU cable, but we have two, so we'll use both. That CPU doesn't pull that much power, but we've got two ports, so we can use them both. More money when you sell? What's more money when you sell? 7700 XT and Nvidia 4060 GeForce are the kings of economies. I would say, I mean, I guess it depends on what you consider an economy build. I would say the Intel Arc B580, if you have a good CPU, is like the king of economy right now at under $300. With a good CPU, it is like as good as a 4060 Ti at 1440p. And it's only 280 bucks. Oh, what was the budget of this build? I think it's around 3,000. That was with, she used one of my partner discount codes, so she got it for like just under $3,000. And like a third of that, over a third of that price is just the GPU these days, which is annoying, but you know, it doesn't seem to be getting any better with 50 series. Okay, all right, there's our CPU power cables. These through our cable management stuff here. There's just so much space back here, it's awesome for cables and stuff. Okay, there's that. I'm gonna plug this SATA in right now, just since we have lots of space. No, Newegg is a good website to use. They have really good packages. Like if you don't live near a micro center, Newegg is the only place that we found that you can get a 9800X 3D right now for MSRP. They were sold out like a day ago, and I checked again this morning, and they have 9800X 3D bundles in stock again. So that's probably the only place I would say you can get them right now for a reasonable price. Unless you live near a micro center. If you live near a micro center, just drive down to micro center and get one. But if you're like me, you don't live near a micro center. Okay, got our SATA in there, got our CPU power in there. Let's get our, we can put in the rest of our, at least everything except for the GPU power cable in at this point, and then we'll get our CPU cooler going. I think Corsair ones look better than those. Yeah, but Corsair also forces you to use their iQOO, which kind of sucks. Like it just eats up your performance, and it's had lots of problems in the past couple years. And they're like 3 times the price, at least. Maybe twice the price. I really like the look of these, like the minimal RGB, like where it's not like an entire fan that's RGB, it's just like this little border. I really like that. Okay, that is in. I stay in Fort Lauderdale. I don't think I'm close to one, so if I wanted a PC, I could get one from you. Yeah, you could, Ninja. You could definitely get one from me. I'm gonna pull these two guys a little tighter. Okay, that looks better. Okay, and then we'll pull them through here a little tighter. There we go. That looks good. And we'll pull that through here. Okay. All that stuff is nice and in and cable managed. 45-minute drive to Micro Center right now for you with traffic, probably. That's not bad. Yeah, around 3K US. You're buying a 5070 with and a 9800X 3D with 32 gigs of RAM for $1,750 in the Montech King 95 Pro. I mean, if you're buying it from, you know, some giant company that probably cheaps out on the motherboard and other components, sure. Or some giant retailer that has access to parts at wholesale prices, sure. Also, the 5070 is half the price of the 4080 Super. Hit you up around June, July? All right, bet. $7,600 and the 6600 for GPUs. I think the 7600 is like slightly better, but it probably, I don't know if it's like a better price to performance, you know, because I don't remember the prices of those two. Okay, all that's in. CPU cooler time. I want this. I want to take this guy off. Sorry, Shay, the specs. It's got a 9700X, a 4080 Super, 2 terabytes of storage, and 32 gigs of RAM. This is the Montech King 95 Pro case. Richard, could you be a dear and post the specs in the TikTok chat for me so they can see the full list? Because Botrix does not exist over there. Gonna be hitting you up real soon. Hey, let's go. All right, so this is how it sits in the case. Let's get my cooler out here. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the 6600 and 7600 are pretty similar in performance. Well, I don't think it's that close because I know the 6650 is like within a couple percent better. I would imagine the 7600 is slightly better than that, but I could be wrong. Let me get the plastic off here. Funny enough, I didn't really build with any 6600s until like recently. Okay, so this guy is gonna get bolted into this, like so. So I'm gonna bolt this in, and then we'll bolt the fans to the radiator after that. That's too thin. What up, Lost Girl? Oh, yeah, sorry, the TikTok chat. Thank you. So I have a question. What if I don't want to have a water tower? You mean like you want an air-cooled CPU? That's totally doable. And depending on the CPU you get, we'll just have to pick an appropriate CPU cooler to keep it cool, you know? The Intel Arc B580 is like out of stock pretty often, but if you turn on notifications on like Newegg for the different models that are not obscenely priced, you can probably get one within a week or so, or like at least get one on order within a week or so. They seem to be coming back in stock pretty regularly, and they're just selling out quickly. The used 7600 is 220, 270 bucks. That's almost about the price you can get a 6600 in, depending on the time of day. 6600, 660, and almost the same. Yeah, the same here. Like, you can get them for almost the same price a lot of times. The 6650 sometimes is just harder to find in my experience. All right, I'm finally warming up. I'm gonna turn my heater off down here. It was pretty cold earlier today. Okay, so got this in. I think we've got this in a good enough spot. Yeah. Let's just double check and make sure this will fit in here. We don't need to slide it around at all without hitting my camera, preferably. There we go. Perfect. And that'll stick right there. Okay. Cool. All right. How long have I been building this computer? For like just under an hour. I've been building PCs since 2021 though. Like beginning of 2021 is when I like legit started my business in earnest, you know. What up, Jimmy? I'm doing good, man. How are you? No, you don't send the parts to me. I mean, you can if you want to do that. It definitely will cost you more, but no, typically, if you're doing a custom build, you'll fill out the build form on my website. I will come back to you with a quote. If you are happy with it, I will update the order on my website, and then you'll pay via Shopify. And then I order the parts, I build the computer, and I ship it to you. All right, we are replacing the fans that come with the Teamgroup AIO with these AX120 fans. And they'll match all the ones in the case. What's the temp in my neck of the woods? Cold. Let's see. 38 degrees with a low of 23 this morning. Yeah, so it's very easy for you. Like there's not a lot of work involved other than, you know, you checking out the quote that I send you and, you know, deciding on how you want the PC to look. And besides that, I do the work. So this is tails to me on these fans like that, except for not that way, this way. There you go, Richard just put the, Shay, if you're still in here, Richard just put the full specs in the chat. Thank you, Richard. Heck, just flew off of there. Oh. An isolator. We gotta have isolation. Got it. No sweat. We got it. Okay. Let's start getting these guys installed. Just realized I am somehow not subbed anymore on this platform. I would not be surprised if that's a kick problem and not something that you did.
It's a trap!
Oops. Red breaking fans. What? No, I'm not breaking anything. I promise. Everything's fine. Okay. Nothing broke. Got your 22-month status back, let's go. Stupid character limit. I know. Stoney, you still in here hanging out? Yeah, you wouldn't want to lose your streak, Goofy. Hi, I was just checking. I don't need you for anything, I'm just curious. For a budget PC, what GPU should I use to go with the 5600X CPU? If you're going with the 5600X, I would go with like an RX 6600 or like a 1660 Super or something like that. You could probably find one used somewhere and get it for like $100-ish bucks. This is why I always end up going live so late. I get caught up watching people. Well, hopefully this is very interesting for you because this is your PC. Because I want a custom-made PC, but my tower, I had a specific idea for it. I want it to be this shape. Oh, you'll definitely have to send me details on that. If we're having to do like custom case stuff. I don't know if it's possible either, but we can definitely look at it. Big chilling through, though this is comfy. Yeah. Got that chill lo-fi music. Future-proofed. I mean, a 5600 and a budget GPU, I wouldn't call it future-proofed at this point, but it would be a balanced system, you know? No more room for my Funkos in there. You might be able to put a couple here. You could probably even just like stick one on your GPU, you know? Hopefully the GPU came with like an anti-sag bracket, and then you could just stick stuff on top of your GPU. There'd definitely be space for it. What's a good GPU that doesn't bottleneck it? I mean, honestly, it's something like a 6650 XT, 7700 XT, 4060 Ti. Like none of those are gonna be are gonna bottleneck your GPU or your CPU. It's more likely to be the other way around. What I'm saying for like future proofing is more that like you're building on AM4 platform with an older, you know, with older gen hardware. So like you don't have a lot of future proofing. Like you're not gonna be able to update your CPU without also updating like your RAM and your motherboard and stuff. You're asking ChatGPT? Nice. Okay. So, here we go. We're gonna slide that on in there. So I think, before I bolt this in at all, I'm gonna run some of these cables to the back. Okay. Got all those guys in there. That's it. There we go. It's sitting back in its home. Bring this down so I can do the top. I don't know. I did not know that. That looks like the way to go when they release the others. What looks like the way to go? What? I'm confused. I'm lost. Oh yeah, GPU buyback through Newegg is a thing. Like they'll give you some sort of trade-in value on your GPU. I don't even think you have to have proof that you bought it through Newegg, because we didn't buy this through Newegg, but. Okay, that's all in there. What is in here? Wow, it even came with a sick Montech hub. We don't need it, but that's cool. And bolts. Don't need those either. Okay, well, we don't need anything in there. That's fine. Okay. I do want our 3-to-1 PWM cable. Let's connect these to our CPU port. Okay, got that plugged in. Let's run that to the back. What was your original budget you were saying? Like 1,500 or something? Or was that somebody else? All right, got that. Oh, that's not all the way through. Okay, this guy all the way through. Okay, we've got all these fans to the back now. I'm gonna do two things. One, I'm going to plug all of the RGB for these guys into ports on this, so everything will be controlled by this one hub for the RGB. They just have these little rubber plastic connectors. I gotta take off carefully. There we go. Okay. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Okay. So, here's our RGB cables. All right. They're all muddled up a little bit. There's one. There's two. Stay. And then where's my third one? Where's my third one? There it is. Okay. Okay, let's plug this guy in first. There we go. Just one RGB cable. These are basically the same length. Do I have budget PCs on my website? Right now, the cheapest PC I have on my website is just over $1,000. But I can do custom builds for cheaper than that. I just don't have a pre-built option for something cheaper than that on my website. But that $1,000-ish one is gonna have like a 4060 and like a Ryzen 5 5600X or 5800X, 5700X. That price includes like shipping, taxes, build fee, all that stuff. Okay, now all the RGB for all of our fans is connected and is going to be controlled by that hub. Okay. Let's plug in PWM cables. Something that can last at least a decade. Oh boy, that's a tough order for a budget system. Usually budget system and lasting a decade in terms of still being okay for gaming don't really go together, in my opinion. Because if you look at a GPU and CPU from a decade ago, they don't do super well in gaming right now, even if it was a higher end one. Because games just keep getting more and more intense graphically, you know? Who, me? I have more mood swings? What are we talking about? We're talking about somebody else. Okay, there's all that. Let's get our, this is our RGB connector for our CPU cooler block. Just nick that through here. There we go. Okay, just gonna get it there. Oh, I don't need that. I want this. I need this. Okay. There's that. I'll take the plastic off now so I have easy access to it. Okay. And I'm just gonna carefully kind of set that down in a way that it will not muddle up the pre-applied thermal paste. Yo, what up, Deadly? Ha. You wish. It's worth a try. Okay. Yeah, I mean, $600, if you're building it yourself, I would say $600 will get you a solid gaming PC. If you're having someone else build it and ship it to you, $600 is gonna not be great, you know? Just because like shipping a PC is expensive. Even if it's relatively light, like it's a big package. Ah, really? Why are you not going in there? There we go. Yeah, if you build it yourself, you can build a fairly decent PC. I mean, it's going to be older gen hardware. Like you're looking at like a Ryzen 5 5600 or something. And, you know, maybe like a 6650 GPU. Something in that realm. But you'll definitely be able to play games on it. Okay. There's all that. Good to go. Plug this into our AIL pump header right there. Come on, there we go. This guy needs to come down around. Come on. Come on. Port's there somewhere. Bending both hands? What's going on? Hand-eye coordination isn't very good. There we go. Got it. Okay. Got that. Coming out the back here somewhere. Ooh, that just barely reaches the back. Okay, got that. I think we'll route it down below, up along with that cable. That. And it just barely reaches the back, so we're definitely gonna need an extension, which we might have just like a straight extension and not like a 3-to-1 cable back here. No. Nope. Okay, we'll just use the included 3-to-1 and run it to an RGB port. Where did I put that? It's down here. So normally that cable, you would daisy chain it in with the included Teamgroup RGB fans. So usually I don't have to use this extension at all, but because we went with those awesome Montech fans, we didn't have the ability to do that. Okay. But we do have a second RGB port on our motherboard. That part is easy. I want to keep those kind of tight, so let's get some more zip ties. The 580 better than the 1050 Ti? I believe so, yes. I don't know those older GPUs as well though, because I wasn't really building computers when those were like the GPU of the day, you know? So I'm just doing this to tighten up these cables coming from those top fans so that they don't sag down anywhere, you know? Okay, that's good. Let's see if I can clip this in there. There we go. Okay, so we got all that. We can zip tie back together. There we go. Got extra RGB ports. Nothing needs it, but they're there. And we can tuck this guy back in here. This. Okay. Okay, there's all that. Let's take a look at the front and see how that looks right now. We can zip tie that together too. Just clean it up a little bit. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. How much does a 1080 Ti go for nowadays? I have no idea. I would just check eBay. Probably a couple $100 maybe. All right, so everything in here is now connected. The back relatively cable managed. I would say, no, actually I'd say it's definitely cable managed. This feels weird doing on YouTube. What feels weird doing on YouTube? What are you doing over there, Stoney? What's the most expensive PC I've ever made? I had one that was like fully custom water cooled, and including shipping it, where I had to hire like a freight truck to come pick it up. The total price was like $10,500. All right. That was a while ago. That was with like a 3090 Ti. You commenting immaturely. Nvidia is a huge name, so most of the people thinks you're the only GPU maker. Yeah, exactly. Okay, neither of these are labeled power supply side. That's great. They both look pretty much identical. Okay. Some motherboard manufacturers will actually label one side as power supply side, but technically a symmetrical cable for the new GPU cable. There's a dog hair on my hand. This is what I get for bringing my dog to the office. He's not here today, but I have to bring him to the office occasionally. There we go. And get our SATA cable power there. There we go. Okay. Let's get our power supply bolted in. Yeah, that 10K build was a while ago, man. That was the first water-cooled PC I've ever done, like custom water cooling. Yeah, I always stream, so when I'm like building a PC, I live stream to Kick, YouTube, and TikTok. B580, I have a problem that it works the most. Yeah, I think that's, honestly, I do think that will get fixed with driver updates in the future. But yeah, if you can get like a AM5, like a really budget-friendly AM5 CPU, I think the pairing with a B580 would be really good. Ah! Stop. Go back. I do have a water-cooled system, personally. Okay. The one thing left to do is to put our GPU in and route our GPU cable. So let's get our GPU in here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that release button for the Asus TUF. Just like a lever there. All right, so let's take out those two, I think. It might be three. Let's get our GPU out first before we make that decision. How many we need to take out? Like the spec of the PC? Like the spec of your PC. This is similar to the specs of your PC, is that what you're saying? Just put my knife away and there's tape on this thing. Oh, you're over there. Yeah, you can shit talk over there all you want. Nobody will get in trouble. When you're gaming, can your PC be considered quiet if your game audio completely drowns the case fans and GPU? Absolutely. Absolutely. Or just get yourself some noise canceling headphones, you know? Doesn't matter how loud your PC gets. I used to have to crank the fans on my GPU on my old system because my 6900 XT would just always be running hot from the day I got it. Yeah, that's a three card, or 3 slot card there. Accessory, hopefully that comes with a anti-sag bracket. A lot of the GPU manufacturers for 40 series started providing anti-sag brackets with their nicer cards, but I haven't really built with PNY much, so I don't actually know. Does the RX 580 support 1080p at 100 hertz? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're going to get 100 FPS in every game. It really depends. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the peelies. All about those peelies around here. Lucas, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Yeah, those fans look like they have covers on them too. Does it have a cover on it? It's hard to tell. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, I think we got all the peelies off of here. Is the RTX 5070, I mean, if you're utilizing DLSS 4, you can get more frames than the 4090, it seems, but in raw performance, it is not. All the 5090 reviews are coming out right now, and the 5090 is about 30% more performance than the 4090 from in all aspects, it seems. Currently checking out your website. Let's go. All right, GPU's going in. Let's see what we have in here. I'm sure we have the cable. Yep. Ooh, we do have a nice support bracket here. I'm glad I checked first because this is one of those ones that you actually put onto the motherboard itself. So let's do that. Yeah, I think DLSS on a game like that, because then you could play it you could play it higher resolution and get decent frames and it'll look really good. I think that's where it makes more sense. Okay, I think that's the right thread. So basically what I have to do here is pull out oh, don't you do that to me. Standoff is coming out with it. There we go. This is why you have pliers, folks. Okay. That one's doing it too? Do they not torque down their standoffs? That's crazy. Okay, let's just double check that these are indeed, yeah, it's definitely the same. Okay. There we go. Now that standoff is seated again. Okay. That standoff does not look fully seated. Like staring through the glass. That standoff is almost all the way back down. That looks pretty good. There we go. Do you think the 40 series prices will drop when the 50 series releases? They've already stopped manufacturing for several months the 4070 Ti Super, 4080, and 4090. So I doubt it. Maybe like the 4070 Super if they still make that for a little while. Is it common for gamers to have so little storage? I have 3 terabytes and still in a pinch for space. I mean, I would say the average, like standard, I put in like 1 terabyte for like an average size build. And then anything more than that is more for like medium tier builds. But yeah, it just kind of depends on how many different games you play. It's kind of the key there. Is 40 ping bad? No, 40 ping's great. You have a 12700K and a 4070 Ti Super? It's a good system, man. I still have a 12700K in my streaming PC. Usually these come with 2 of these things, so you can clamp it on the top and the bottom. Kind of disappointed that this one didn't come with 2. Yeah, just 1. I mean, 1's better than none, that's for sure. But I like the ones that come with the Lee & Lee case, where it has 2 clamps. Like they even kind of show it like it could. Oh no, it's a different thing. Did this come with something and I didn't notice it? It's possible. Let me just double check. If it did come with something similar, then we could utilize it, but I don't think it did. Nothing there. Nothing under there. Nope, okay. So I didn't miss it, I just didn't have one. I mean, it just depends on how many different games do you play. Like 3 terabytes is a lot if you only play a couple of different games at a time. Okay, that is all installed. So all we have left to do is we'll stick this on here and then I'll tighten it down. So let's get our GPU in now. Almost. Not quite seated there, bud. There it goes. Now that's a GPU that'll sag, man. Thing is heavy. It's hefty. All right. Okay. So now, put this guy under there. Does it look like it's sagging already? I think I need to use the other mold hole. Dude, it's huge. Technically uses 3 slots to hold it up, but it's definitely covering 4 slots, isn't it? That looks pretty good. There we go. Now, I'm pushing down on it gently, but normally if that wasn't suspended, that would sag a ton if I even just barely push on it. So that is good. No sag for you. I'm gonna relax a variety to choose from when I'm in the mood to game. Yeah, I think you're in the minority of how many different games you play. I don't know that many people that play like a bunch of different games, you know? All right, let's get this GPU cable out here. That. It's nice they put a little green on the tip of this cable so that you know when it's like fully seated. That's very thoughtful of them. Okay. I like ASRock's new power supplies they made. Pretty sweet. Okay, get that. Let's get this guy. Come on. Don't get stuck back there. I need you. I need you. $2,800 for the raw Gastral. Yeah, I mean, those aren't like official numbers. Like those are all from a leak, but yeah, isn't that crazy? Almost an extra $800 from the price of the Founders Edition. And there we go. That's not too shabby, huh? Not too shabby at all. Is it me or does the ROG Astral not look that good? I mean, I think it looks like nice, but it's nothing crazy to me. Like it seems like it's just like it looks like another GPU, you know? There we go. Check that out, you guys. Hold on, actually, I'm gonna swap to that. get some stuff out of the way here. Check that out. The glass still has plastic on it, so it's not, you can't see through it super clearly. But it'll be nice and clear once it's all set up and ready to go. Okay. What do we think, you guys? What do we think? Looks pretty cool. Just get rid of a couple of these boxes. Can't wait for the first boot. That's right. What up, Hatfield? How we doing? Time. Do I do a build every week like that ZTT guy does? I mean, I don't sell nearly as many PCs as ZTT does, so I do builds whenever I have them, you know. Whenever I sell computers, you know, I'm building them on stream. I build all my computers live on stream, but no, I don't do it as often as that guy, because he sells a lot more computers than I do. He's a lot bigger than I am. All right, it's time. I've set the mood. Now it's time for you all to drop your favorite emoji in the chat so we can turn this bad boy on. And remember those open air cases from Antec? Yeah, there's a couple of companies. I think Thermaltake has a couple too. Always a joy to watch you build though. Wishing your business all the best. Hey, thank you, Camellia. User, is that a frog? Is that a frog on Oh no, it's an owl. It's an owl. Like it. Got a pink dinosaur. Nice, nice. Computer monitor, great. I need to suck it up and go PC. Yeah, you do, Josiah. There's 4 chats, Camellia. I've got 2 YouTube streams, a horizontal and a vertical. I've got Kick and I've got TikTok. TikTok was pretty quiet today, so didn't respond a bunch over there. You're back, Stony? Oh, good. Just in time. All right, everybody. I want your favorite emoji in the chat. Right meow. Right meow. Favorite emojis. Yeah, I have a Twitch. I just don't stream there. I don't really like Twitch that much. We will have a build with the O11 Vision Compact really soon, like in the next week or so. It's gonna be all white. It's gonna be a BTF stream, so or a BTF build, so it'll be like no visible cables. Oh, look at all those emojis. I love it. Oh my gosh, Stony. Oh boy. Build my second ever PC soon. Hey, let's go. All right, I think we've got it. So, first ever power on. We've got a 9700X RTX 4080 Super. Got the Asus TUF X870 motherboard. We've got 2 terabytes of SSD from Teamgroup. We've got a Teamgroup GA360 AIO. 32 gigs of Teamgroup. I know there's a lot of Teamgroup in here. 36 CL32 6400 RAM. We've got a 1000 watt power supply from ASRock. The Montech King 95 and some extra Montech fans. I think that's it. Let's do it. First power on. I just got to find the power button. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's over here. Ready? Oh, that looks so good. You guys. That looks incredible. Those fans are freaking top tier. Oh my gosh, Ghost. Yeah, you can't do a vertically mounted fan or a vertically mounted GPU with that GPU because it's a BTF motherboard and a BTF GPU, so it doesn't have an external power connector. Dude, those fans are sweet. This has like just the right amount of RGB in my opinion. Like some RGB on the RAM, RGB on the CPU cooler block, some on the GPU, and then the fans themselves are just this nice opaque, like diffused RGB. Gosh, those look good. Whew. Man, it looks nice. That looks real nice. Is this what it feels like to have a child? Probably. Single tear of joy just left your eye. I love it. Doesn't that look so good, Josiah? It is on, Jacob. It's on. You still love my PC? My PC is pretty great. Oh, it looks so good, you guys. I'm so happy with how that turned out. Yeah, I think we have all the stuff for your build now, Richard. So I'm just gonna fit it in around whenever I get Panda Skills PC going, because he wants his like ASAP because his stream PC is dying on him. Hey, thank you, Zachary. Show me my future wife. No, I'm not doing it again. It's not turned on. The Loot Fest build. That's right. Guys, this looks so good. I like this T-Force CPU cooler block too. I think it looks good. Getting late for you in Europe, 2 a.m. Sheesh, go get some sleep, Camellia. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Stoney, you're extremely happy? Yes. Yes! I don't actually have any muscle to show off there, but. Another masterpiece. Hey, thank you, Debbie. Thank you for coming in. Got to see it. Got to take care of Panda and his egg rolls, for sure. I think his stuff will be here in time for like next weekend, though. So I'll either take the beginning half of the week and build your PC during that, or I might try and use that time to finish filming the stuff for the sleeper PC that also will be going to Loot Fest. That one won't be getting, the sleeper PC is not getting built live because it's not a customer build. We're doing it as a project, so. Yeah, that RGB on that CPU cooler looks really cool, doesn't it? And then like the RGB, I'm really glad we swapped out these fans for the Montech ones. I think they look really good. And just having matching fans all throughout. It's top notch. Good job, me. What up, MJ? How we doing? I need to ship off your RAM today. Or I guess tomorrow, technically. I know, that one's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited for that sleeper PC. Not bad for me? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yo, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you like the stream. If other than Kick, you guys can't do that. But make sure you guys like the stream, hit the sub button, hit the follow button. We're gonna have more builds like this, you know, next. Okay, maybe not quite this exciting, but we're gonna have more builds next week. So, you know, keep your eye out. Make sure you get those noties on. We're also, as soon as I can get my hands on them, we have 2 5080 builds in the queue too. So as soon as I can buy the 5080s, we'll have those builds coming in here pretty soon too. Yeah, I won't be doing a stream for the sleeper PC. That one's gonna be done. I'm gonna be like filming all of that. I've got a whole like long form video for YouTube that I'm putting together. So that'll get posted on my YouTube channel in the next like 3 to 4 weeks. What, Ghost? What are you talking about? Yeah, they come out next Friday. I talked to Newegg today to see if I could, like, Newegg Business today to see if I could get, like, put in an order ahead of time. They said no. So I'm just going to have to show up and order one like the rest of us. Might have to hire Richard to order a 5080 for me. They're like, sorry, no, you're not cool enough. If you don't have a direct, deal with like MSI or Zotac or whatever, like they don't care. They're like, screw you, doesn't matter. You're not cool enough. Okay, that's not really what they said, but you know. All right, y'all. I think that's it. I think that's the end of the stream. Unless anyone has questions or anything, we're gonna call it. 2-ish hour stream. I gotta get software on this bad boy so that we can get her shipped out here in the next couple days. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. Bye everybody. I am just a peasant. I'm a pleb. I'm not cool enough. Someday we'll have enough sales to be able to work with the likes of MSI and those other big companies, Asus. But it is not this day. Stoney, I'm so glad you're able to come in and watch, and I'm glad you like it. Later, everybody. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye. TikTok's going first, bye. YouTube horizontal, bye. YouTube vertical, bye.